All right, well, you're sounding a little bit aggressive now. I'm just trying to have a conversation about it.
Maybe a juggler or a clown with a pie. He's giving us something real, something relatable, something personable.
Show us who you really are, you cunt.
James Acaster. We've got a routine from him today. All right, let's get on with it then.
I knew exactly what I wanted to be when I was a kid. When I grew up, I wanted to be an undercover cop. I didn't tell no one. Kept it secret. Didn't want to grow up, become an undercover cop. First day on the job, already blown my cover. Running my mouth off all around town as a child. So I was smart. Whenever an adult asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I thought, long term, I said, drug dealer. Every time. They could grow up, become an undercover cop, infiltrate a gang of drug dealers. If anything gets suspicious, like, hey, you think James might be an undercover cop? The others will be like, no way! This is his lifelong dream! Don't you ever say that again!
Lovely. Okay. I think this is so nice, and it's quite rare to see, to be honest. What he's doing is he's letting us in. Yeah, he's allowing himself to open up about his childhood. He's giving us something real, something relatable, something personable. Comedians, they're often not any of those things, aren't they? They're often giving us these mad stories and tall tales that can be amusing, but often lack substance, don't they?
Yeah.
So
they're hiding their vulnerability under a bushel, aren't they?
exactly.
And he's not doing that. He's showing us.
He's showing us who he is. He's giving us something real to get our teeth into. Another thing I've noticed, clean shaven, isn't he? He's got no beard. And I think that's...
Unless that's his beard there, and it's just exactly the same colour as his face, and he's got a much smaller chin than we're seeing, and there's a beard that is so coloured that it is a chin-coloured beard.
That would be...
But leaving aside that, because I may be wrong about that.
It's possible you might be wrong about that.
Go back with the point that you were wanting to make.
Well, if it's not a flesh-coloured beard, let's say that he is clean-shaven. I think that's symbolic. It's symbolic of the vulnerability that he's giving off with this routine. So we're back to vulnerability here. I think he's saying, look, this is me. I'm not covering anything up. This is me without any barriers between me and you.
Yeah.
And he's going to win the hearts of the audience with that, isn't he?
Hearts and minds, yes.
If a comedian has a beard, it's an obstacle, isn't it? It's an obstacle between you and the audience, and it makes it much harder for you to see what they're thinking and what expressions they're making. You're a clean-shaven comedian.
Well, yes. I mean, this is very personal for me in a way because, of course, I haven't always been a clean-shaven.
Have you not?
No. I used to have a massive beard.
Oh, okay. Oh, how did that go?
Well, I'll tell you how it went. Somebody in the audience, when I had the long beard, he shouted out, "Show us who you really are, you cunt."
Oh. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So I did. No, it was useful.
Oh, you liked it?
Well, I didn't. It was useful bit of feedback. That's how I saw it. Anyway, so I shaved off the beard, and they still shouted the same thing actually. So
Drug dealer.
Did you see that?
I think so.
He looks off to the side. He sort of turns a bit to the side, and he looks off, and he shakes his head, doesn't he? Goes like that. I think what he's doing there is he's shaking his head at his contingency plan. If that line just before that didn't get a big laugh, I think what he had someone waiting in the wings, to use a theatre term.
What do you in the
wing?
mean in the side bits?
Yes, in the wings of the theatre.
No, it's called the theatre term is the side bits.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he's got someone waiting in the side bits of the theatre there.
It wouldn't be the wings. That makes no sense. But anyway, yeah, go on.
No, okay. So he's got someone waiting in the side bits of the theatre there, and he's looking at them and he's saying, stand down, because I think what he had some auxiliary staff member, maybe a juggler or a clown with a pie, something to boost the routine if that line he just delivered didn't get a big laugh. Thankfully it did, so he's looking at them and he's saying, stand down, I don't need you tonight.
So that'd be disappointing for them then.
Disappointing for the juggler
Or the clown.
or the clown. Yes, I suppose so.
Clowns are often quite sad to begin with, so it could be quite a blow, couldn't it?
Yeah, and expensive for James as well, because he's going to have to keep that clown on a retainer just in case.
Well, if he's paying them at all, I mean, he might have just said, "Come along. I can't pay you, I'm afraid, on this occasion, but you'll get on the James Acaster Netflix thing, and it could really help your career and stuff." And the clown might just have come and said, "Oh yeah, I'll give it a go." And I mean, he may not be doing that well as a clown, and he might have said to his wife and kids when, "Oh, I'm going to be on the James Acaster. I can turn it around. I'll be able to get us somewhere nice to live, and I think it can be better. I won't let you down. I'm sorry, but I can be the father you want me to be." And
Yes, well, possibly that's a possibility for the juggler there.
it's maybe melancholy now. What I really like about this, above all else probably, is the microphone lead.
Oh yes,
Have you noticed it?
it's quite unusual, isn't it?
It is unusual. A lot of comedians, they just have the black lead, but James, I think he's aiming at a particular demographic.
Okay.
It's a middle class demographic. Might be something that's onto their second home. Their children are in their early to mid-teens. They're beginning to think about sixth form and possibly university. The parents have got a little bit more money. The promotions have gone well. They're doing a little bit on the house, perhaps.
Yeah, it's quite a picture.
They're thinking about lighting, obviously. Not ceiling lighting. They're slightly more sophisticated than that. They're thinking about table lamps and standard lamps. And what do you need? What do you need for table lamps and standard lamps?
A cable. A cable going from the lampshade.
It's called a wire, but yes.
Right, okay,
yes.
sorry.
No, they're not going to be the types who just think, "Oh, any old cable will do. I don't mind. We'll just have a bit of flex." No, they're going to want to choose the cable. They'll probably be going for this quite expensive braided cable. So they might be thinking, "I'll tell you what, darling, that standard lamp by the new sofa, we could get a cable a little bit like James has got there. What do you think?"
Well, I don't think that colour would go with the sofa. It would clash with the sofa that we've got.
Do you not?
No, that's sort of what is that, a yellow?
All right, well, you're sounding a little bit aggressive now. I'm just trying to have a conversation about it.
Well, I just, we talk a lot about the colour scheme in our living room, and
Well, I know, but I thought it was something simple enough that we could probably agree on it. All right, never mind. We'll talk about it another time.
yes, they might say something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Might well do, mightn't they?
So would they be having that conversation in the audience while they're watching him?
It wouldn't matter, would it?
No.
I don't think James would mind. Apparently, a lot of circuit comedians do also work as undercover police officers.
Do they?
Coincidentally, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, it's a very similar skill set. You need to make up untruths, create a false persona,
Yeah.
and a third thing.
And a third thing, that third thing is usually quite important as well, isn't it?
Are vital.
Would you be an undercover cop?
What do you mean?
Would you be an undercover cop?
Oh, I see. Would you mean hypothetically?
Yes.
No.
No.
Absolutely not, no. If I was going to be a cop, I'd be an above-cover cop. I'd
Right.
say, I'm a cop,
Yeah.
because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah,
you wouldn't be an undercover baker, would you?
No.
You just say, I'm a baker,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get on with it. Or an undercover plumber, you'd never get any work, would you? You come in, and you kind of just hang around,
Yeah.
and they've got a leaking pipe, but they don't know you're a plumber, so they're going to go, what the fuck are you doing here?
Have you got any summarising points for James here?
If I were coaching him, I'd say get into more jokes about sociology and standard lamps, and you've got a career ahead of you. You've got a lovely personality.
What's a standard lamp?
Oh, well, it's obviously not the material for you then.
No.
That over there is a standard lamp. Don't think our audience can see that. It's a lamp where you get a base and a stick, a vertical stick. Like a walking stick, only longer. You know what a stick is, don't you? Do I need to explain the stick or just a standard lamp?
No, I've got the stick part.
Okay. And then on top of the stick, you get a lampshade. And and a bulb, and the whole thing's electrically powered, and you get light on the top of it. So you could sit on a sofa reading a book.
What does the standard bit mean?
I don't know.
Because that was the bit that was confusing me, if I'm honest.
Like a standard bearer.
I got all of the lamp bit. Okay, well that was James Acaster. If you'd like us to review anything else, a different routine from another comedian, or one of your routines if you're a comedian, comment down below in the video, and we'll see what we can do.
Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.
See you next time.